Does anyone remember Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea? Sometimes coming across a representation of massage therapy in popular media can be about as rare as coming across a character that shares my first name. I am Kirby Clark Ellis, MTI BCTMB, and this is Pop Culture Fridays. Spongebob SquarePants is an animated comedy that aired on Nickelodeon in May of 1999, 25 years ago. I know that massage is starting to gain some respect in the wider public eye because it's started to make its way into children's programming, and not just as the butt of a joke. This month, we're looking at a couple of instances of massage therapy in SpongeBob. On a Sunday morning in Season 4, Squidward is hard at work to salvage his day off and relax as much as he can with a schedule full of self-care. His Sunday relaxation kit, a pillow for foot elevation, a flower in a vase to brighten the room, a box of bonbons, and the finishing touch for Squidward is the Sunday Special, a pedicure and foot massage house call. But Squidward's plans are infringed upon in short order by the annoying antics of SpongeBob and Patrick, including the two of them taking advantage of Squidward's Sunday Special appointment when the nail tech / massage therapist shows up while Squidward is out. When Squidward demands an explanation from them, SpongeBob says that he had to check this guy out and make sure he is a certified foot masseur and not some kind of assassin. SpongeBob goes so far as to show off his set of French tips on his toes. Squidward pushes himself in front of the masseur and demands a relaxing foot massage pronto. But the technician checks his watch, informs Squidward that unfortunately the time is up, and leaves. Poor Squidward laments, "There's only 3 hours left in my Sunday and they took it all away." Sorry, Squidward, you should have been at your appointment on time. In an absurdist twist, Squidward's house is made sentient and goes on a rampage on Bikini Bottom. With only a half hour left of me time, Squidward is upset that SpongeBob and Patrick have took off with his house. But he quickly realizes the silver lining is that his neighbors won't be around to annoy him in this last half hour. He decides to make the most of a situation and drags a boulder, declaring, "I am going to relax if it kills me," before reclining back on the sharp ridges of the rock. And while I can't in good confidence recommend this specific pose for people, I do believe in this passion and dedication to self-care is something that I wish more clients would practice between their massage appointments. In a different episode, SpongeBob and Patrick make a lot of fun out of making very strange and sometimes grotesque faces, despite Mr. Krabs' warning that if they continue to make faces, they'll get stuck in. Convinced that this warning from Mr. Krabs is just a myth, they challenge each other to hold very strange faces in place overnight. When they wake up the next morning, they are distressed to find out that the faces they made are stuck in place and that their faces have become frozen in disfigurement. Admitting that they need help, they seek the services of their good mammalian friend, Sandy. Sandy insists that it may be difficult to relieve their symptoms, but that they definitely need to relax their facial muscles with some massage. SpongeBob checks with her. "You're a licensed masseur, right, Sandy?" Sandy seems to take issue with the word license instead of masseur, which she should take issue with, insinuating that she is either an amateur or untrained in massage and bodywork. No matter, she insists that they sit back, relax, and let her gentle mammalian hands soothe their facial muscles. Sandy's techniques include some acupressure or shiatsu jabs at SpongeBob's face, broad compressive strokes below Patrick's eyes, kneading or petrissage strokes to SpongeBob's eyes, saying, "You seem to be carrying a lot of tension in your eyeballs," some stretching of SpongeBob's nose, and some postural adjustments to Patrick's shoulders, temporal, and eyeline. Saying things like, "I can feel them knots just a-melting away, and let me see if I can finesse that jawline back into place." Sandy clearly demonstrates the overconfidence of an unlicensed or an amateur massage therapist. When she's finished, she tells them both that that wicked case of face freeze isn't going anywhere, but that they both look much more relaxed than when they came in. Obviously, a lot of these techniques she used are totally out of scope of practice and inappropriate to try and perform on real clients. But there are many practicing therapists out there that have gone through training that have this level of overconfidence and completely overtreating or maltreating clients. In a different episode, Patrick decides to take a staycation at Squidward's house. When Squidward demands that Patrick gets out of his house, Patrick says he thinks it's a good idea for him to visit the spa, insinuating that there's one inside Squidward's house. Too defeated by Patrick's stupidity to be annoyed, Squidward tries to explain to him one more time that his house is not a resort, that there is no spa in his house, and that Patrick can't get a massage. But to Squidward's surprise, SpongeBob has set up a table and is giving Patrick a massage featuring some effleurage and topodiment strokes. Patrick tells Squidward that he should consider getting a massage too because he looks stressed out. I wonder why. Squidward dismisses the suggestion at first, but after feeling a crick in his neck, decides to get on the table, telling SpongeBob, I want a deep tissue treatment and don't forget the feet, of which he has 4. The voiceover French narrator reads the title card 5 hours later, in which amount of time it appears SpongeBob has worked Squidward's feet and rest of his body into complete relaxation and slumber. But poor SpongeBob is looking beyond the point of exhausted. And this is a real-life instance. There are usually a maximum of 2-hour appointments at most places. I have heard of and known of clients who would try to book 2-hour appointments back-to-back with the same therapist. And unless you actually have 4 feet, I think that that's a little bit of overkill in treatment. In a couple of more recent episodes of SpongeBob and Squidward take on the task of giving Mr. Krabs his yearly physical, but they have to do so without him knowing it. This results in many hijinks and shenanigans, the last of which involves SpongeBob impersonating a massage therapist. He offers Mr. Krabs a free massage in order to administer one of the physical exam's cold-blooded tests. SpongeBob dons a Rastafarian disguise, complete with seaweed locks, crystals, and bohemian-style clothing. SpongeBob is able to entice Mr. Krabs into the free massage service with an affected accent and laid-back attitude. In fact, the entire massage clinic is based off of the 1960s counterculture or hippie movement, complete with candles, hearts, smileys, and other psychedelic artwork. That same massage office makes another appearance 2 seasons later when SpongeBob and Patrick's favorite band have broken up and gotten various jobs all across Bikini Bottom. One of the band members, the drummer, has gotten a job downtown at the massage place. SpongeBob and Patrick disguise themselves as a husband and wife couple interested in a couples or unity massage. In an attempt to keep his identity as the former drummer concealed, the drummer insists that he doesn't even like music and that he just likes to give massages. Patrick tells him to not skip out on working his glutes. We've all been there. But as the drummer begins to provide a topodiment technique to both SpongeBob and Patrick simultaneously, a bongo-like rhythm starts to emerge, and the drummer is forced to admit that he misses his former job with the band. A reference to a client suffering with lumbago, or lower back pain, is also made during this sequence. I do consider SpongeBob SquarePants and how they treat and view massage therapy as a sign of the times for the respect that massage has gained over time. As far back as season 2, in a montage of ridiculous requests, Squidward is seen giving a massage treatment to SpongeBob's friend Bubble Buddy at the Krusty Krab. What about you? What are some of your favorite or least favorite representations of massage therapy in popular media? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll be back for Pop Culture Fridays next month.